Now we're going to talk about problem solving using polynomial equations. This is section 4-8. We'll start out with an example. The sum of the squares of two consecutive even numbers is 100. Find the numbers. So if we start off and assume that the first number is x, then the next even number must be x plus 2. So if I take the information from the problem, I can write an equation that says x squared plus parentheses x plus 2 squared is equal to 100, which is exactly what it said in the problem, where the sum of the squares of two consecutive even numbers is 100. Well, now let's simplify this and see if we can solve it. So if I combine like terms and bring everything over onto the left side, I end up with 2x squared plus 4x minus 96 equals 0. And now I notice that I can factor a 2 out, or divide both sides by 2, and if I do that, then I have x squared plus 2x minus 48 equals 0. Now we can factor this and hopefully get our solution. So now we have x plus 8 times x minus 6 is equal to 0. And we can take and solve this and get for our final result. So the numbers that the problem is looking for are either 6 and 8 or minus 6 and minus 8. So let's look at another example. The perimeter of a rectangle is 18 centimeters. The area is 14 centimeters squared. Find the dimensions of the rectangle. So let's start by drawing a typical rectangle. So here's our typical rectangle. Now, what do we know? We know the perimeter is 18 centimeters. Well, if the perimeter is 18 centimeters, that means half the perimeter is 9 centimeters. So if one side is x, the other side must be 9 minus x. All right? So if this is the length and width, then we can multiply these two together to get the area, which is 14 centimeters squared. And if I distribute the x and move everything over to one side, this is what I'll get. And if I factor that, I will get the following. So if I set each of these factors equal to 0, I find that the dimensions of my rectangle are 7 by 2.